Here's how we take little cuttings like these and turn them into the giant geraniums that you'll see in springtime. So to get these plants to the size that we want for spring sales, we actually have to start these in the fall. So the first cuttings that we get in the mail come in October. Now we purchase what are called callus cuttings. So let me show you what that looks like. So these cuttings are produced in Mexico from specialized greenhouses that have all of the mother plants of the specific varieties that we grow. So they go in and by hand cut these cuttings, and they'll remove the lower leaves, the largest leaves off of these cuttings, and then they go through a callusing process. So you'll see that the ends of these are already calloused over, so that way they're not going to rot or have issues when we plant these into our substrate. Then they box them up and they ship them to us from Mexico in these bags, and then we're going to do a little bit more pruning on them, where we might remove 1 or 2 more of these bigger leaves, or if we see any little buds forming, like this right here is a flower bud, we'll pinch those off as well before planting. And we do what's called a direct stick method. So instead of putting these into a rooting formula or some type of root cube, we just go straight into our potting soil, which does a great job of getting these things rooted. And they'll actually start growing roots within about 2 weeks. You'll notice that we plant these into a 4-inch pot instead of our great big pots, because we want these to be rooted and growing before we transfer them to the larger pot, because it's just easier to control the moisture level in these smaller pots. So even though it's only fall, spring has already started here at Smiths Gardentown.